Oh, baby, welcome to week one of the UPBA acronym league, whatever, Wi-Fi, BS. So I'm not gonna do a team builder. I'm just gonna do a little like insight, but not a full blown. Oh, here's showdown. So I'm lazy. Our opponent for week one is Trogdor, Trogaholic, and the Brooklyn Venonets. We're playing as the Arizona Diamondboks. You know, doing that little rebrand for everybody. So just like a little like recap of his team. You can obviously see what he brought. That is clearly a Mega Maw, Golurk, Celebi, Raikou, Vaporeon, and Mence. Things he had that he did not bring include Porygon 2, Emboar, Torn Eye, and Drapion. So I wasn't particularly worried about any of the things that didn't come. Porygon 2 kind of, because it's just a pain in the ass to deal with. A little bit more than Vaporeon, but not much less. So like Vaporeon and Porygon 2 are basically Vaporegon 2. Get it? Are basically the same mon. So what I'm packing is a Scarf Thundurus because I want to be able to outspeed Mence if it gets a +1. And if someone's bringing a Dragon Dancer, you kind of need a Scarfer basically. Just in case. I have a setup Manaphy. I actually have a Salic Berry. Manaphy is not my Z. Zygarde is. So yeah, it's just standard Manaphy setup. I have the Salic in case like I'm facing a Porygon and it gets me low or something, or a Vaporeon, I guess. I have Uxie, which is just like bulky defense to take on stuff like maybe Maw, whatever that Salamence thing is. I have Dragon Dance, Zygarde with Dragon Z, and I don't know what my other moves are. I have Dual Stab. I don't remember what my last move was. I have Rabambi, which I believe is Life Orb. Just to beat him up. And I have an Eviolite, very defensive Rhydon, which will help me a lot with Raikou. Raikou is basically the biggest threat here. Everything else is just like, Rabambi takes out most of his stuff, besides kind of Mega Maw, but I also have Rhydon for that. I also have Zygarde, which will outspeed it. And I have Manaphy that can hit it pretty hard, and even Thundurus too a little bit, but Sucker Punch does a lot. So we're gonna go over the battle. I am gonna lead my Thundurus because I figured a Scarf hit on anything would be good. I could have led Zygarde, but I was thinking Mega Maw isn't a bad lead, and if I get intimidated, then I can't kill him with 1,000 arrows. So that's just no good. I could also lead Rhydon, but Celebi is a decent lead for him as well. He could get rocks up. So I figured I'll just go Thundurus. It's a safe play. I outspeed anything on his team. He didn't bring Torn, which could speed time me Scarfed, basically. Worst case scenario. So there's Trog. He's looking good. Nice haircut. Doesn't look like that at all. But you can't give yourself a beard in these games because you're a child. I'm cool guy McGee. So he does lead Mega Maw. So like my thing kind of worked. So I really have to edit that out. You son of a bitch. So yeah, it did kind of work. So he is gonna give me Defiant, but it's not like I can really do anything. So I am just gonna U-turn out. If I was like Specs Thunderbolt or something, like maybe I would have a chance. Holy shit. But whatever. So I'm just gonna U-turn. My +2 U-turn, or +1 I guess, because it's Defiant. Just so much ×2 resisted. That's the big damage. So I have to go on a Rhydon. I don't have anything to take a hit from this thing other than Uxie, but Rhydon can hit it back. Uxie cannot, so that does just under half, which is awesome for me. So he's not going to risk getting out sped. I do have quite a bit of speed in this Rhydon, and the rest is obviously in defense. And if he has Iron Head, which he probably does, he doesn't want to risk it. So I'm just going to go with Save Earthquake in case he thought he could outspeed me, or in case he actually could outspeed me. And if he could, I would have been in a world of hurt. So I am packing Mega Horn for the Celebi, and I'm like, well, he could just kill me with a grass move, but I have like 80 switches to Celebi. And I figured he'll probably want to get a rocks or something. And he does get up rocks. And I was half banking on the fact that he might not know that Rhydon gets Mega Horn. It's kind of like a niche thing, unless you use like Rhyperior or Rhydon. So baby, I don't even have really good attack investment. Take out the Celebi. That's huge. Celebi is actually pretty annoying. I don't prep a lot for it. Besides like Rabami. Rocks are up, which is bad. But that's okay. So now he's gonna go into this thing. I don't want him like rock polishing. Rock polish Golurk is quite a big issue, and I'm figuring I'm pretty defensive. I can probably take a hit unless he's banded or Life Orb. I live on 3 HP. I don't know like how much that really did, so I'm just gonna Toxic this thing. I could have roared, but then I don't have the hazards up, so it would have kind of been an issue. I could have also just Earthquake for more damage, but I figured chip on this thing could be good. I don't know how much an Earthquake would really do, and he's just going for Ice Punch, so it's kind of obviously the play makes sense in case I switched out. But if he could have bluffed some sort of choice. Like I wouldn't have thought he was banded because banded would have killed me. But I don't know. So things are dying left and right. I'm gonna go into Manaphy because like I said, I am a Salic Berry. So if this thing can do like the right amount of damage to me, I can get chunks off. But I'm not gonna like tail go yet. I'm going to go straight for the surf, baby. And here I'm just gonna get a little ahead of this. We're gonna get a little bit of surf damage. I actually ran a calc and a non-modest, life orb Thunderbolt or Specs would have left me live and get a Salic up and a tail go. Turns out, hey, he's a life orb, so that's a little bit of an issue. But that's okay. So it's okay. I can go to Rabambi. I have lots of investment and life orb. So he might think he can live, but now that I know he's not, I get a crit here. It didn't matter. Now that I know he's not, whatever, like AV or something, because I saw the life orb. So I kill his Raikou. Okay, so like things are dying left and right. So he goes into Mawile. I no longer have a real switch for this thing. Like I said, I can go into Uxie, but I can only really Thunder Wave it. So I don't want him like having Sword Stance, Sucker Punch, and Dual Stab, and then just like being able to kill everything on my team with Sucker Punch. If he gets up like 2 or 3 against Uxie, that's not doing anything. So I'm just going to get a decent chunk of damage and then take him out, which is fine with me, as I can go into Zygarde and kill him no matter what. Easiest KO of my life. He doesn't really have switches into Thousand Arrows anymore. He has Vaporeon. He has Mence, which will outspeed me, but it depends if he's Intimidate or if he is Moxie. And the fact that he doesn't go straight into it tells me there may be a chance that he is going to be a Moxie set. So I am going to calc this Ice Beam and basically see that if he's 0 investment Ice Beam, there's like a 50% chance he KOs me. It's almost exact. I think it's like 54-46 in my favor. Ooh, 8 HP, a baby. So now I have to calc this. If he's max defense and I go for a Dragon Z +1 Adamant, it's like the exact same roll. I think maybe this time in his favor. I don't remember. I think it was the exact same though. It was 46-54% to Oko from full. So I'm kind of like, it's kind of like a game of rules this time. I have even if I do like 99% to this Vaporeon, I have a good chance it takes him out, and I believe he was actually max defense, or just like maybe like 248. I don't remember. So that's extremely good for me. So now he goes into Golurk, and I'm gonna kill this thing no matter what with an Outrage, which is fine. Obviously, I'm gonna lock into Outrage because he has a Mence and he has no Fairy type at all. No, Mawile's dead. I'm dumb. So yeah, so now he can go into Mence. It is not Intimidate and it is not Scarfed. He could have gone. This first had been Intimidate, and then maybe Golurk could have lived a hit and then died and just saved differential a little bit. But that's okay. It's going to be a nice, safe 3-0 in my favor. It was very offensive and quick battle. Yeah, I always do that. I'm just going to... Hold on. We can fix this. We can fix this. We can't fix this. There we go. I was going to take way more editing and fix than just like leaving there. But I need to see this. So yeah, Uxie didn't touch the field. Thunderous as you turned out turn 1, and then Zygarde swept. Rabambi did decent work. Manaphy got a hit off and right on killed the Celebi. So basically, I don't know. Trug could play that a little bit differently, I think. But obviously, like in hindsight, like max defense Vaporeon with Ice Beam totally made sense to bring in on a Zygarde. And he just it's hard to say he got unlucky with rolls, because it was 50% chance, which is just like, it's pretty standard in Pokemon. Like you're gonna see a lot of 50-50s. It's like, oh, I was confused for 2 turns and didn't hit myself, kind of like that. It's like that kind of roll where it's like, it's annoying, but you can't just be like, oh, I like it lost me the game kind of thing. But yeah, he prepped fine. Golurk was AV, which actually, like, my end mind goal was like, okay, well, if Vaporeon is like lived and killed me, assuming the Ice Beam roll didn't kill me. If the Ice Beam roll killed me, I probably just lost then and there, obviously. But if Vaporeon was at like negative HP, I could have gone into Uxie, and then like killed the Vaporeon. He could have brought in Golurk. I would have chipped it down, and then presumably Scarf HP Ice from Thundurus could have cleaned. I know he was AV Golurk, but like I said, if Uxie takes 2 turns to die and he takes like 3 turns of poison damage, there was a chance there. And then as long as HP Ice outcode Mence, I don't even know if it would have. So that was kind of my plan. Had Zygarde not just swept, but it did. So Zygarde gets 4 kills week 1. We start 1-0 plus 3. Trog obviously starts 0-1 minus 3, but I don't think it was bad for him. I think it was a pretty even matchup. Obviously, you could see by the way the battle went. It was very like back and forth. I would say I got lucky more than he got unlucky, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I think him killing like dying to Rhydon was kind of like the game changer. But if who knows what Rhydon's move pool is off the top of their head? That isn't just me, freaking nerd dork McGee knows way too much. So that was it. It was a good start, quick battle, but it's all good. So we're gonna head into week 2 with a win. Not the best differential, so we're not like in first or anything. It doesn't really matter. We're obviously in the top 8 just by default, which is a good start. It was a good start with a win, and a much better start than PTL Season 2, which I'm gonna remind you every video did not end. It was the worst league, and it died immediately. Don't look into it at all. All right, thanks for watching. See you next week, baby.